Chevrolet. Just carried the battery over to this thing. Oh, the sun's going down. Another day. Got some stuff done. Wanted to go to the junkyard. And oh my. This thing came from Phoenix. Hot and dry. And now it's been sitting in a damper climate. I wouldn't call it a damp climate. I'd call it a damn climate. That's discouraging. Prop rod goes right over there. I stuck the battery in that I got at the junkyard last year. How long has this thing been sitting here? A year and a half when I brought it back from Phoenix. No, it's been sitting here for 6 months. I brought it back from, I don't remember. Bought it in Phoenix, started knocking in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Towed it to Baton Rouge, drove it, towed it, stored it for a year. It's discouraging. But I'm not going to scrap this thing. Just new tires, nice interior. Oh man. I'll get this thing fixed up. I got a parts motor that won't start right now, but it's got 86,000 wire wheels. Corvair parts. Yep, I was at the Corvair show in Palm Springs. I bought this thing in Spires 03. Huh. I guess I bought it in March. Had it for 2 years. And here I am. I was just about to head to the North Country. Supposed to get 6 to 18 inches of snow. And if you know the metric system, 6 inches is that much, and 18 inches is too much. So I was going to leave first thing Saturday tomorrow morning, but I don't feel like driving in the snow with my Suburban towing this rust-free but not corrosion-free Blazer. What do you think? It's going to start and knock and start? How about knock and start? I guess you want to hear it knocking from underneath. Crank that bit up! Well, I guess you didn't knock. Sounds good, but it's not. It's got a knock. Sounds good, like a 4.3 Vortex should. Clutch fan should disengage in a minute. Somebody put a lot of work into rebuilding this motor and they just didn't do something right. I guess we'll figure it out when we take it apart. I don't think it's spun a bearing yet, but I'm only driving it from here behind the falling apart garden shed under the water tower. I'm driving it to get the bumper, which is over there. I'm going to drive it over there, hook up the tow bar hooks to those rusty tow hooks. Clutch fan, disengage. I even changed the oil in it in New Mexico, but the problem was more than an oil change could fix, and 2050 isn't going to fix this problem. Oh, 149,000 miles. The engine probably blew because it overheated. There's a big pull there and it's not moving. I did not put the emergency brake on. There we go. The engine probably overheated and blew up because the intake manifold gaskets are a problem child on these 4.3 Vortex and probably some other GMs. And off we go. Go, go, go. So I was planning to leave tomorrow morning, but I don't want to drive in the snow. Half because it's snow, and half because I don't want to get salt. Looking for the hatch release. I guess you don't need one. I don't want to drive in the salt and snow and snow and salt. Snow and snalt. Oh boy. Turn off the ignition and unlocks the doors in my 2001 Suburban, which is arguably one generation newer than this S10. When you pull the key out, unlocks. Somebody has some obnoxious thumpa music. I'm going to pick this bumper up. I'm still not recovered. Still something here, but it's much, much better. So let's see, I'll put this camera against these genuine sterling wire wheels. Don't you love it when you've got neighbors that play the thumpa music? Oh, they'll grow up or I'll die. One of the two. There we go. Right on top of my Corvair rocker moldings. And that's good enough, I guess. But the neighbors will wonder why we're taking this thing away with such a nice lawn ornament like these Ubers. Uber, Lyft, and Smash. What the heck happened to this one? Oh, I know. Grandpa was texting and he ran into something in front of him. 99.9% of accidents when you run into somebody, it's your own fault. So, I guess it needs to be fixed. How's the underneath looking of this thing? Nice and, well, a lot better than the top. Alright, let's crank this baby up. And I'm gonna put on, clean the windows, I suppose, so I can see through my rearview mirror into this rearview mirror. Where am I going here? I guess I'll put the tow bar brackets on over there. Right where my toolbox is. Take some family pictures. There you go. Sounds good, don't be fooled. She's a knockin'. I've been working on this thing. I greased the front end, all 11 joints. My CV boot is toast. I guess it needs a junkyard axle. Everything is greased, all goopied and greased. I was gonna put the bumper on, but my buddy Nick has got other things to take care of. I put the alternator on. It's bigger, the plug is on top, but it doesn't seem to matter because it's charging. And I got the horn fixed on the Mercedes. Had one little beep beep horn like the Roadrunner on the 68, 69 Plymouth Roadrunner. Plymouth GTX, Dodge Roadrunner. Oops. So how's the horn sound now? Oops, the horn does not work unless the key is turned on. Leave it to the Germans. Much better. Much better. We've got a little company. This little boy flew in and he's been flipping and flapping around. And I don't know, but there he is. Mr. Butterfly. I guess he came from Mexico. Same as this Suburban came from Mexico. Yeah, General Motors de Mexico. It's got parts from Canada and the US. I just tried to change the power mirror switch because it's not working. I don't know where the fuse is, but the switch is made in Mexico. This is one I got from the junkyard. It's the only one that I could find. Every other one was gone. And it didn't make my power mirrors work. So, I don't know if there's a fuse or what, but I've got no power mirrors. Neither one. I've got a new sun roof shade to install, and an extra diesel cluster, and nuts and bolts and little odds and ends and pieces. And I'm going to close up the grease. Even got some bulbs I found at the junkyard. Those HID bulbs. Yep, Osram. So, got all my parts all packed up. Got lots more to pack up. And this thing's running well, Mr. Gas Sub Wild in Tokyo. But she knockas when she's warm. Trust me. That clutch fan is not disengaging. That should have disengaged by now. Sucking extra juice. I gotta clean the windows. Got lots of pollen. But she knockas. Cool. Sounds sounds good, but she ain't. Oh, the clutch fan's disengaged. Huh, that's odd. I thought it was engaged. Oh, it just re-engaged. I don't understand why GM in 2000 had daytime running lights. This thing has automatic headlights. They turn on when it gets dark. Why are some of these new cars, Toyotas, Jeeps, Kias, why are people driving around with their headlights off? Dash is all lit up, but the headlights are off, the tail lights are off. Some of them have little dim daytime running lights. I don't get it. That 2000 and this 2001 and this 2000 have daytime running lights. You can't even turn them off. Automatic. You haven't even got an override. Creak, creak, creak. I don't get it. All right, I'm going to clean the windows on this baby. And where's this S10 made? This S10 is made in General Motors Corporation. It does not say where it's made. And people know by the code 1GNDT. They can tell where it's made by the code. I think this one is made in, I can't read it, but that looks like a UAW sticker. Union Strong. The sun's going down, and my tools are all full of leaves. And everything else is kind of sort of all fixed up. Oh, look at that. Chevrolet GMC, well, Mercedes, Krautwagen. Happy Friday. Good Shabbos.